Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about agentic AI. The goal for today is this is the agenda. We are going to talk about what is agentic AI, characteristics of agentic AI, some applications, challenges, and we are going to see a simple code, okay, a sample code. So let's dive right in. What is agentic AI? Now, everyone is familiar nowadays, whoever is in the tech world is familiar with the term AI. It stands for artificial intelligence. Agentic AI is another stream of it. Okay. What it is basically a goal focused code which is capable of taking decisions on its own. That is what artificial intelligence is, isn't it? So, normally, when you write a code, everything what needs to happen, the rules, either there is a rules engine or if it's coded in the if and else, whatever way, things are hard coded at the time of development, like X needs to happen or Y needs to happen. And only those things what you have coded will happen, or the code will do only those tasks. Agentic AI, because it has artificial intelligence in it, it's capable of learning over the time. As it runs more and more the program or works on the data, it can learn, take better decisions. So agents exhibit agency, meaning they can plan, they can reason, and they can adapt without constant human intervention. Like without having to go back and change the code, this agentic AI codes, they can take their own decision and what do you call you don't have the fixed path output. Like it's not like if else. Okay, it could be anything depending upon the situation. Say for example, self-driving cars, personal assistants, robotic process automations, things that you cannot hard code or code it into one software program. One other thing is it is goal oriented. Like it does not have a broader scope like an LLM. Okay. And this is another one thing that distinguishes agentic AI from microservice. See, microservices are also, again, what you call, they are goal focused, task focused. You try to do certain one task in microservice or one particular section of an application in microservice. But everything in the microservice or whatever code you write is coded in the software or in the rules engine. It does not learn on its own. If any changes in the behavior needs to be made, you have to what you call go back and change the code itself. Agentic AI, you do not have to do this. That's the main advantage that you get using AI versus regular traditional coding. Again, the characteristics, autonomy, which we just talked about, adaptability, adjust behaviors based on environmental changes, goal oriented, okay, specific goals, like say for self-driving car, go from point A to point B. Interactions, it can communicate with humans in the form, whatever you can configure, whether you want the agentic AI to call you, Slack you, or text you, or whatever it is. Okay, it can communicate. It can also communicate with other agentic AIs. So, in short, you can have a network of agentic AIs working in tandem with each other. Like one agentic AI, once it is done, can invoke another agentic AI. Okay. And that in turn can invoke another agentic AI. So, like that, you can have a web of agentic AIs running and managing your system. It has learning capability, it improves performance over time. Reinforcement learning, again, it's one of the characteristics of artificial intelligence. Where can you apply agentic AI? All these scenarios, healthcare, finance, robotics, learning, even learning, teaching, gaming, smart assistants, wherever, what you call, things can be improved over time, you can apply agentic AI over there. Still, it's in infancy. It has some challenges like ethics, ensuring safe and unbiased decision making. It's still a challenge because it learns from its data. And that is why it is unpredictable in scenarios in which it hasn't seen yet. So some situation, if it happens, which agentic AI has never come across, you you would not know how it would react. Still, people will have problems trusting agentic AI fully 100%. So you would always have a human monitoring the responses of agentic AI or its behaviors. So those are some of the big challenges that which is there now, which for sure sometime in near future, these we can overcome. Let's see a sample code. Okay. So this code, what it will do is, let me go through the code. So what we are doing is a stock sentiment analysis. This code is supposed to go actually to go to Twitter feed, read the posts, parse the post, whatever is there, parse the feed, and try to analyze or come to a conclusion what the sentiment is about a particular stock. And based on the score, whether it's positive or negative, make some recommendations, whether you should buy a stock, sell a stock, or just hold on to it. Again, here, this is a simulated post. It's a mock. At this place, what would happen is basically if you had some Twitter or X account or paid account, or where you can get the X feed from X, basically you would have that kind of code here. Or wherever, if you have a news provider or any podcaster where you go and get the feed from. You define a set of positive keywords, negative keywords. Basically, if a post contains strong growth or this array, it means the sentiment is positive. If the post contains these kind of words, the sentiment is negative. Basically, what you do is analyze the sentiment. If the sentence contains positive words, you add 1 to the score. If the sentence contains negative words, you subtract 1 from the score. You are even parsing the hashtags and the emojis that are there. And then you try to determine come to a conclusion, what is the score or what is the sentiment based on the score. Obviously, greater than 0, positive, less than 0, negative. Otherwise, it's neutral. And now here, what you're doing is extracting the stock symbol from the text. Then you're processing the posts, trying to find the sentiment of the based on the score and the post. And then based on the sentiment, you're trying to make the recommendations. So basically what you do is you're averaging the score. And if the average is greater than 0.5, you make a recommendation for buy. If it's less than 0.5, you make a recommendation for sell. Otherwise, you hold. Okay. So again, it's a simple program. So what would happen? What autonomy can we achieve out of it? Over a period of time, it can learn more how to parse the feeds better, try to understand the sentiments better, because some words, even though we have put it in positive, it might not be positive. Okay, it might be negative, because again, parsing the text and actually trying to understand the sentiment is not that easy. So over time, this can learn. See, if this was kind of microservice, we would have to keep on adding more positive words, more negative words, which becomes unmanageable over a period of time. That is where agentic AI becomes very useful, because it will learn over time by reinforcement learning or whatever method you apply to train your model. Let's see this action, this code in action. So what you're going to do is Here it is, simple. It analyzes, tells you what the score is, and gives you a recommendation whether to hold on to the stock, buy, or sell based on the average score. Okay. So this was in a nutshell what is agentic AI. Hopefully by now that term would make a little bit more clear meaning in your head. Okay. Thank you all. Feel free to like, subscribe if you like the video, and stay tuned for more to come. All right. Thank you all. Bye.